All right. Well, welcome then, everyone. This will be the focus group for B214. We're in group 3. Should we introduce ourselves just for the sake of assignment?
Okay, so let's start doing like your name and your major, and like the year, like your junior, whatever. So I'm Katie. I'm a marketing major, and I'm a junior.
I'm Nick Yuka. I'm a business management major, and I'm a senior.
My name's Luke. I'm a CS major and I'm a senior.
My name's Jake. I'm a CS major and I'm also a senior.
Oh, I'm Dante, a CS major. Same as those two.
I'm Paul. I'm a junior and I'm a business and technology major.
I'm Antonia. I'm a pre-med BME and I'm a junior.
I'm Gabby. I'm a business technology major and I'm a junior.
I'm Joe. I'm a mechanical engineering major. I'm a junior.
I'm Esteban, music tech junior.
Eric, BME, junior.
All right. So as we all were sort of briefed before we began the recording, this is going to be a focus group mainly based around housing, whether that be Stevens housing, Stevens leased housing, or off-campus apartments, however you want to define it. So real quick, just so we have those sort of metrics, who here at any point during their career at Stevens has lived in a Stevens on-campus dorm?
Everyone except you. You did too. You did it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did you commute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. SLH. Okay, and off-campus apartment, non-Stevens associated. Wait, where do you live now? Are you still SLH?
Yes.
I thought they kicked you out. But great. And is anyone an RA? Or have you been an RA at any point?
I work for Res Life, if that counts.
That counts.
Summer doesn't count.
She said she worked for us.
Yeah, I was
That
an
counts.
office assistant.
Yeah. All right. Just for some sort of look into that, based on the previous places you have lived or currently live, how have you felt about the amenities and the space, just compared between your experience then and experience now? Anyone can feel free to speak up.
Well, I mean, I liked moving out of Davis to Park just because, the upgrade in size was pretty huge. It's nice to not just have like a 15-foot cube for a room. And I mean, private bathroom's nice too. But I was alright either way. Obviously, an upgrade is always welcome, but I wouldn't say that the dorms are bad.
Anyone else? Or same thing?
Pretty much the same. I mean, I lived in Hayden when it was still up, so that was fun. We didn't exactly have AC units or anything before they knocked it down, so it was nice to kind of, bond with the people that were in Hayden, but, moving out and moving into Madison was, a godsend.
Okay. Next thing we have up on the list is, I remember there was a sort of controversy about students being forced to buy a meal plan, or something to that effect. I think it might have been last year or this current year coming in. So based on where you're living, how do you feel about not only convenience to where you can get your own food, but also the mandatory or not mandatory use of a meal plan or similar?
Well, I lived in River last year, and we were forced to have a meal plan. And speaking that I never used it really, it was really unfortunate because that's hundreds of dollars that were just wasted based off of where I lived. So I definitely say living off campus in an apartment with no meal plan is great.
And I just want to make sure that wasn't included in oh yeah, this is your dorm and cost and the meal plan's included. It's dorm cost and then meal plan's entirely
yeah, it's
different.
completely separate.
Great. So okay, cool. So that's so now you're just mainly cooking or going out?
Yep.
Does anyone else sort of do that even with the meal plan or without?
Yeah. My meal plan is with an Alpha Sigma fraternity house, so we have a chef that comes in and cooks for us, and if we don't order meals, we get our money back at the end of the semester.
Okay.
So it kind of
Good.
doesn't. If I forget to get some meals, it's not like Steven.
You recoup your losses essentially if you don't use your Alpha Sig usage. Cool.
Similar thing, I'm in Chi Phi, we get the chef too. Daily meals. It's nice.
That's pretty
the
cool.
same thing.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good. I actually never knew that, so that's something new every day. So this one I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be relatively simple. Convenience for classes, I'm assuming we'd all agree that dorms are theoretically the easiest for just getting to class, right? Yeah. So we'll move on to the next one. For social life and doing things, whether it be with friends or with on-campus groups, do you feel that it's easier when you're all, I don't want to say cooped up, but when you're on campus, or do you feel it's easier now when you're away from it?
Definitely on campus. If I'm off campus, there's a slight chance I'm coming back to campus.
Well, it doesn't even have to be anything on campus, like just going out with friends in Hoboken or in Weehawken or whatever. Do you feel that's just been easier here, or easier on campus or off, regardless of?
I didn't live on campus, so
Right.
I want to say
Yeah,
off.
More planning.
Yeah, it definitely takes more planning, but like all of my friends and like our friend group lives in that neck of the woods over by Madison and Jefferson, so it's easy for everyone to like group up, I guess. But like, you know,
It's also nice to have like space in an apartment. You can't really get people in your dorm.
So you're better able to use the space you have for
Yeah.
social events,
Yeah.
as it were.
And I mean, 20-minute walk, not that bad.
I like living in the apartment for like that reason more because like you can be as like not I guess if your neighbors like depending on like how loud you are and stuff, but like your RA like you don't have to worry about an RA coming up and like telling you to like quiet down or like having too many people, like you get to make your own rules.
All right, cool. This one is also sort of on the same idea. When it comes to errands, like buying food, doing normal life things, easier here at Stevens or easier not at Stevens, and why?
SLH easily. I live in the corner apartment. I walk not even a block to get to ShopRite.
Yeah. It's a lot better.
All right, good to know.
That's just how it is.
Is that the group consensus as well? It's easier to do things when you're not living in your dorm.
Not that easy, but
Easier.
it's easier. Obviously.
Okay, easier. Okay. Question for RAs. We don't really have any specific. I know we have someone who works, but these are more related to dealing with like.
Being in
Yeah, so I think we'll just move on to the next question. This one, I think I know the answer, but because it's on the list, I'll ask. Current living situation, better or worse than on-campus housing? Or if it's SLH, better or worse than on-campus housing? If it's not SLH and you're just off-campus, better or worse than either SLH or on-campus housing?
Easily better. I mean, you don't have to bunk the beds. Hello? Like obviously like the size increase, but it's just easier all around. Like yes, there's 4 of us in the room, but there's 2 separate bathrooms that are full and whatnot. Like there's plenty of space for everyone.
Okay.
You don't feel all like on top of each other.
You bring up the bathrooms. Is that like a big increase in quality, jumping from a communal to a room?
I mean, yeah. Even though it is like 2 people per bathroom, it's not like we're back in Hayden again or back in Davis or wherever you were, where you had to go to the big communal bathroom at the end of the floor.
Same thoughts everywhere. Any other perspectives at all? Or
I
is
would
this
say it's
pretty-
mixed, just because I have a very bad experience with Stevens because they don't really do stuff. Like, we don't have Wi-Fi still. We didn't have AC, and they said, we're going to come. And then they were like, oh, now it's October. We don't need to fix it. I was like,
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I kind of hear more about the Wi-Fi.
oh, yeah, like, we still don't
That
have
seems
media.
more necessary for college.
No,
like AC's great, but like Wi-Fi is like lifeblood.
Well, like, we couldn't sleep for a couple weeks. It was like 90. And it was like,
Yeah, I felt that.
But,
Over the summer,
but the Wi-Fi, they just still don't have anything like it's the Skyline stuff. So you get your phone and your laptop and like any other devices you have, like you can't do it. And like it's not like essential, but I'm paying for it.
That sounds pretty
it's
essential.
in what I
and
paid
paying
for.
it,
Like
right? Okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, that's definitely insight that we can bring up when we do our further questionnaires and other.
I guess like off campus is just I feel like it's way easier to get stuff done because there's much less administrative
overhead,
less bureaucracy involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that because I remember freshman year, if anything were to happen in our dorm, like it took forever for anyone to come to fix it.
Oh my god,
That
the
was such
hot
a
water
problem.
situation in Davis that freshman year, I will literally never forget waking up, and it didn't matter whether you got up like super early and took a shower at 7 a.m. or at like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. or earlier, it was a roulette wheel. Like you literally did not know whether you getting hot water or not.
There's one shower that had hot water and all the girls would fight over it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We had one shower.
I had to like stand off to the side and like stick one body part in and then like the other one was freezing.
So have we all in some way been? I don't want to say touched, but had to deal with like a lack of some amenity we believe that should be given based on a lack of speed from Stevens administration
Yes.
or
The answer is yes.
I can't use the word.
Have any
But
of you like brought this up to any like either Res Life or like administration or anything? Like, have you brought it up or is everybody just like I know like I honestly just complained about it and didn't like say anything to anyone? Like, did anybody actually try to like make a change or like if you did,
do you feel like you were listened to?
I mean, like work order forms, but that's pretty much it. Like when there were
And
bugs in
half
the
times
showers.
They didn't even like.
But and the work order form slow, fast.
Yeah, it was
slow.
slow. I mean, yeah.
No,
For some
go
things,
ahead.
you have to send like 4 work
Yeah,
orders.
you have to like get angry at them, and then like they would finally.
The strat
do
was to
something.
call and get in their
Yeah.
face.
So, jumping off that, do we feel that like going out of our way to make complaints wouldn't have been listened to anyway, based on the fact that work order forms and other things weren't listened to in the first place? Do we also agree with that? It's like we didn't want to go out of our way to go to administration and make complaints because we felt like, given the normal situation, they wouldn't listen to us here. Why would
Yeah,
they
no.
listen to us
If you
we
if
didn't
you
have
if you run up there, it's like running into a brick wall.
Most of the time, yeah.
I had my parents do it, and it actually got done pretty quick once they threatened to stop paying.
That always works,
Lawsuits.
That works.
Okay.
So that
That
was
works,
nice.
but that is such like an extreme for like
It's a lot
hot
of
water.
effort.
Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should be able to like go and take a nice hot shower and not have to worry about having like -2 degrees water.
Yeah, but like your issue is different from mine too. So there's like some
Well, yeah.
like
It just depends on the
context.
situation.
In case anyone is watching this and currently has issues with Stevens, threatening legal action might be your best option.
Like,
Okay.
There's a bunch of people asking for money back, and it got a response from the school pretty quickly.
They're in finances or legal action, and you'll get what you want.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Okay. Next up on the list. If you had the opportunity to move off campus or stay on campus longer than you did, so let's start with move off campus, and you're living on campus, would you have taken it? Like if you were in a dorm now, and you were like, and they told you, hey, apartment, how quickly would you make that jump?
In less than 60 seconds.
That is
Before you could blink.
Is it Stevens leased housing, like apartment, or is it like regular apartment you go through like a realtor?
Let's
Also, it
say
depends what
it's dorm to either of the other options, dorm to SLH or off-campus apartment.
If I was in a dorm to Stevens leased, it would really depend. I feel like just because you're still stuck under the same
Fair enough.
people and supervision.
But if it was
But if it was like a plain apartment, I would be down in 2 seconds.
okay. That sort of jumps into the next idea I wanted to talk about. And we don't have to go into exact numbers. We can just say more or less or how we feel about it. About rent, or I guess it's not really rent if you're paying for dorming, but like what you pay to be housed.
Room and board.
Yeah, room and board. Thank you. So based on people jumping from leased housing to apartments or dorming to leased housing, has that been how expense wise been easier in a non-leased apartment or non-Stevens leased apartment, I should say, or been easier in the dorms? Like, do you feel like you're getting what you're paying for, regardless of where you are? Or do you feel as though different places give you different value?
I pay my room and board was twice as much as what I'm paying now at the house.
So you were not getting what you paid for.
Good deal now.
Okay,
Back where I'm at
I'm
now.
very glad you're happy now.
I'm paying the same amount.
Are you feeling like it's better where you are now, or
Much better. And then food-wise, that money that was going towards my meal plan that I was forced to have, I can now buy my own groceries with it.
Okay, so do you feel like you're definitely getting a better deal out of the
Yes.
situation? where you
Even
are
though it's the same amount, it's definitely a better deal.
or at least housing friends.
Yeah, so SLH is like double what most of the on-campus dorms were, but you can choose your meal plan level, obviously. So if you choose nothing, you're saving like up to $3,000 there or something like that. So that helps. But it's definitely a lot better, and it's cheaper than going to the apartments yourself, at least from what I've seen. So for example, when we lived in Park, our apartment was listed at Park at $4,000 a month, but we only ended up paying like $13 a person, so it ended up being like $400 cheaper a month, something like that. We only had 3 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there were 4.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed something there.
Yeah. So it's like,
Gotta get all the
it's like,
details
hold
right.
on. Yeah. So it's slightly cheaper, but like still,
Okay.
better.
But still better than you feel as though when you were in Davis.
100%.
Is that the general consensus? I feel like we're getting very ubiquitous here. That's fine. Not ubiquitous, unanimous here, but that's more than fine. Trends are trends. When it comes to making housing decisions, because this is going to be another large part of our final question, when it came to making decisions, was it price that factored in? Was it food that factored in? Was it what you were nearby, friends you were nearby? So essentially, what factored into your decision to change housing styles, whether that be from dorm to SLH or SLH to apartment or what have you?
Definitely, pricing was a big factor. Like, what I was paying equal to what I was getting back was like huge. Tribune Park.
Definitely price and location, because right at the gates of campus, being on Friday Row is kind of good location.